Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol. So today we're at the magnificent Goodwood Motor Circuit and the weather's beautiful and I have a beautiful car to show you. This is the brand new Jaguar XE S. And I've got it this weekend because I wanted to ask a very important question. Would I swap my Audi S4 for a Jaguar? This car's aimed squarely at me really as a target audience, mid-40s, performance Audi driver. This is the range-topping XE S, has a 3-litre V6 supercharged engine, producing 340 horsepower, and it's a whole heap of fun. So let's just take a look at just how good it is, shall we? I'm going to start at the front end of this car. I absolutely love the front end of this car. So aggressive, lovely big grille, nice big Jaguar badge there. And you come round, I just think the front end is so right. It's that mix of kind of classic elegance and aggression. You come down the flanks, love the Jaguar detailing on that side panel there. Really stunning. So the body shell of this car is pretty much 75% aluminium, and that does a fantastic job of keeping the weight down. So we've got a curb weight of about 65 kilos and perfect 50-50 weight distribution, which makes for some fantastic handling. Has to be said, I'm not such a fan of the back end of the car. The light cluster's nice, but what I just find a bit disappointing are these two exhausts. I would have wanted something either, if you're going to go for the twin exit exhaust, just having a slightly bigger pipe, or maybe having a quad pipe. And certainly coming from an S4 with a quad pipe, I really like that. But it makes a fantastic noise. I'll try and catch that a bit later on. So one of the reasons I was most excited about driving this car is what's under the bonnet. So this is basically the same 3-litre V6 petrol engine as you'd find in the F-Type, and the numbers are pretty impressive really. Sort of 335 bhp with 450 newton meters of torque, and if you couple that through the 8-speed ZF gearbox, that's good enough for 0 to 60 in just a touch over 5 seconds with a limited top speed of 155 miles an hour. The economy figures aren't too bad either, so Jaguar quotes sort of 34.9 mpg, but I think most of the reviews I've seen, and certainly talking to the guys, I think sort of late 20s is more likely, but really impressive. First impressions of this console is it's just really nice and clean. Lots and lots of tech in this car, but the display here, it's all touch screen. Great improvement from the Land Rover sat-nav I used to have in my Range Rover and Discovery. Really nice. What I really like is the swoop of the speakers around the top of the dashboard there. Nice Jaguar emblem in the middle. It comes all the way around this side. And you can specify that speaker grille. You can have a range of different options, carbon fibre and so on. Fantastic Meridian stereo in this particular car. So I'm a sucker for technology, and I have to say these two are the coolest. So if I just quickly drop that down, you push that button and you call the emergency services. This one on the right hand side, you push that button and it will call out the ambulance for you should you have an accident. If you have a crash and the airbag deploys, Jaguar will actually call you, and if you don't answer, they'll call the ambulance anyway and give them the location because the car is fully tracked. So the guys at Jaguar yesterday very nearly sold me this car, or any other Jaguar to be honest, because I'm a big sucker for some tech, and this car has an app that you can have on your iPhone and your Apple Watch that allows you to remotely unlock the car, start the car, and then set the sort of temperature of the inside. I mean, it's just so James Bond. I've got to have one. So let's have a look at the different driving modes available. This car has keyless go, so I just need to start the push button start there. Gear selector comes up. Standard automatic box, very familiar if you've ever been in a Jaguar or a Land Rover. So once it's in drive mode, I've got basically a number of different driving options. Down here I can have normal mode, or eco, which just optimizes the car for fuel economy. But if you want a sportier drive, in normal mode, if I just select sport mode, and I do that by pushing down on the selector and just rotating it, that holds onto the gears a little bit longer, gives me a slightly more aggressive throttle mapping. And then for the ultimate performance in this car, you really need to go into dynamic mode, which is this one just here. All the gauges turn red, and that's the only mode where you're going to get access to all the 340 horsepower. Okay, so out on the road then, we're going to start just in normal driving mode, in drive, automatic box, and first impressions is it's a very, very relaxed place to be, very comfortable driving position. I would like a little bit more support in the seats, especially sort of the lower seats. Maybe that's because I've got quite sporty seats in the S4, I'm not sure. But yeah, so far so good. Very, very sort of nice smooth power delivery, so very relaxed driving. So I'm going to put it now into sport mode, and then just work up through the different settings. So if I just push the selector down, put it into sport mode, so straight away I've got an indicator on the dash to say I'm in sport mode, but the gears are just holding on a little bit longer, just like I see in the S4, and we should find just that little bit more performance in terms of go when I put my right foot down. So a nice bit of dual carriageway, and we'll just, yes, that's now changing at sort of 6. Oh, wow, there's a lot of power there, and we're not even in dynamic mode yet. What I love about this car though is when you get to about 4,500 RPM, you can hear the supercharger winding up, and it just sounds mega. Okay, so I have to say the handling round, I mean that's a roundabout coming out of the corner. Oh, the acceleration's unbelievable. All through the rear wheels, so I guess a big thing for me is coming from a Quattro S4 333 brake, but through 4 wheels. The traction here, I mean it's much drier today, much more usable. You don't have to be careful, you lose the license in this baby. Much more usable. Now the road's a bit drier. Yesterday, especially in dynamic mode, just a little bit more, you know, at the back end. I didn't lose the back end by any means, but you could just feel it moving around a little bit. Today, drop it down a couple, plant. Yeah, superb. This is where this car's really at home on the open roads. One of the really nice things I like is there's an indicator on the dashboard with the speed limit of the road you're on, even if you don't have your sat nav running. If we're just going to grab a paddle and go into manual. So my overall driving impressions of this car, I love it. To be fair, I absolutely love it. It's very responsive, beautiful handling through the corners. It's got a lot of go, and you do have to take care. I mean, it's got some really nice trick electronics that sort things out for you, but you do need to be far more aware of what's under your right foot than certainly in my S4, where, you know, in that you can pretty much plant your foot anywhere in any conditions and know you're going to be okay. This car just needs a little bit more care than that, but is perhaps a more rewarding car to drive, I think, than the Audi, certainly through the twisty bits. So yeah, I like it very, very much indeed. Okay guys, so that brings me to the end of my Jaguar XE adventure. And as she ticks herself cool here in the barn, I just thought I'd leave you with my thoughts on this amazing car. I have to say, I think Jaguar done a fantastic job with this car. This is obviously the sporty one, fantastic performance, Handling is superb. Balance really great. Really nice car to drive. I have to say, you know, if you've got a 3 Series BMW, Audi A4, C-Class Merc, those types of cars, and you haven't considered one of these for your next car, I would strongly suggest that you pop down your local Jaguar dealership and have a test drive. Obviously they do a range of different model types. They do a diesel with fantastic fuel economy and good performance as well, which will probably be the best seller of the range, I think, rather than this sort of V6 petrol. But if you want some fun, you know, would you consider this instead of an M3? It'd be close. Fantastic performance. So anyway, that brings me to the end of this video. I would like to thank Harwoods of Chichester for letting me have this car for 24 hours. I have to say, you know, I got the car to see if it was a viable option as a replacement to our S4, and simple answer to that is absolutely. Fantastic car. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget, if you want to put some comments in the box below, that would be super. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Petrol to keep up to date with my forthcoming videos. So anyway, I'll see you on my next adventure with Petrol. Take care, guys. Drive safe.